Live from Abbotsford, it's Math 10.
We're here.
You guys watch Saturday Night Live this week? Probably not. You should have watched it. Eminem was on it. It was good. He's still got it. Times are tough all over. That's what you get for making assumptions. No, I will not. I don't know where this comes from. I do know where it comes from because I am one of the few people that is not scared to make you guys realize that there are, of course, many ways you could have drawn this out to show it. One way you could have done was you could have written 4 X's and 6 numbers. And then, of course, recognize that you can only split 4 into 1, 2, 3, 4, or into 2. 6 splits into only 3 or 2. Which one is the same? The 2. So if I split it into 2, I get 2 X's and I get 3, but I have to have 2 of them. You also could have used algebra tiles like you were taught last year, even though everyone hates them, me included. You could have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4 algebra tile X's, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singletons, and divided them by 2 and 2. Okay? A third alternative, you could have gone one further and drawn out a nice little rectangle and noticed that one side of the rectangle had 2 X's and 1, 2, 3, 2x plus 3, and that side had 2, 2, 2, 2x plus 3, 2x plus 3. It did not matter to me how you did it. The point I'm trying to make is you are recognizing that every term had to be divided by the same amount. Okay? Okay. Yes. Oh, I didn't even... Of course it should. Thank you, Gurpinder. Well done. I was just testing you.
Oh, yes. And yourself.
Yes, and myself. So, yeah, we're good. So, for the rest of these, obviously, I have had enough of drawing, and I have said do this algebraically. Now, to do this algebraically, you have to remember that a polynomial is made up of variables and constants. But those variables and constants live together in each term. So you must consider both the coefficient and the variables. So when you look at this first one, you would look first at the coefficients and note 9, 15, and 18 all can be split up into the same size chunk. What is it? 3. So everything is going to divide by 3. Then, of course, you will notice that X, there's 2 of them, 1 of them, and 4 of them. What's the biggest amount of X's I can split out of there? 1 single X. Then I would look at the Y's. Huh? Oh, yes, I expected you to know that. Why? Because you all took grade 9 math. What is the maximum amount of Y's that will come out of there?
1.
Just 1. And then, once we have decided on our GCF, of course, we write it as GCF, 3xy, and then 3x plus 5y minus 6x cubed y to the 4th. Everybody remembers, yes? Yeah. Excellent. So now I am just going to put down the right answers, and you are going to simply check your work. This is 22x squared times x plus 3y. This is 8c 3c squared minus 2d squared plus 7cd4. This is 5, 1 minus 2z minus 3z squared. This is 3g plus 2. This is 4d, 2 plus 3d. Everybody should have had all of them correct. What makes 3 difficult? There are no numbers, but there are numbers because pi is just a number, isn't it? Yeah. It's technically a coefficient there. So what is common to both? Pi r. So we bring out pi r and we leave in r plus s. That is the exact same formula as that. So now I don't need anything, calculators, nothing, because I know pi times r, 5, times r, 5, plus s, 2, is pi times 35, and we would write that as 35 pi. Everybody Gouda? Great. Now, of course, because factoring is the reverse of expansion, I threw 4 of these in here just to remind you. Do we have a shortcut there?
Oh, yes, we can do the adding and then
Right. X plus 2x squared plus 2x minus 15. What about that one? 6x squared minus 8xy. Gotta remember the x's and y's can't go together. What about here? And here? Yay! Everybody's so smart. Are we good at GCF? I should hope so. What is the key thing to remember about GCF? Not what I was going for, but thank you.
Always try.
Always try to simplify.
always
Don't
try
cry.
to GCF.
You have many cute little rhymes. Use them.
It was so funny in the math video when you thought you turned it off, but then it was actually running that whole time, and you were like, "Oh yeah, their feelings are so hurt."
Why would you admit to that? Yep.
It was prime. Why you gotta be that way? Well, now it's gonna ruin my rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I would be interested to know how my videos do on Rotten Tomatoes. As you all know, they are classified as comedy.
Who gets to classify?
I don't know, because I sure as heck didn't, but somebody classified it as
If
comedy.
you could classify them, what would you classify them?
Their education!
What about educational comedy? Is that a category?
When Matt makes you cry, laugh at it, and then cry later. Educational policy.
Okay! We are going to move on to a second kind of factoring. And as always, there is what is actually happening, and there is the way that you do the work. Okay? We are going to, of course, discuss what is actually happening first. Then we are going to discuss the way we do that. All right. So the first thing we have to remember is we are going to be doing trinomial factoring. Now, yes. A trinomial, in this case, this should really be trinomial factoring 1, because there's another kind of trinomial factoring that we will get to later. This one is trinomials that look as such. X squared plus or minus some coefficient with an x plus or minus a constant. Okay? Please notice that there is no coefficient out here. All right? This is what we are doing first. So, you guys are smart people. On the page before, you should have noticed that two binomials gave me the thing I'm looking at. Yes? Right. So, in this case, I have this trinomial, which means this trinomial, through inspection, which is doing stuff and looking at it, we know that this trinomial has the possibility to be the product of two binomials. Yes? Now, if something is a product, we are aware, if it's a product of two things, we are aware that we can use this model of length and width to find out what the product is. Yes? Length times width gives us an area, right? So, what that is saying is if the product is the area and this is the product, I must be able to somehow build a rectangle out of this, right? All right, now you guys are smart kids. If I were to draw this out, and we are going to use algebra tiles this time, if I were to draw this out, how would I draw that?
Big box.
Big X box. Yes? X box. Yes, yes, yes. Oops, I wanted to move that downwards, but my computer isn't working with me right now. Yes, it is an Xbox One.
I was thinking more about like X block, but
There. Maybe you'll erase. You won't erase. Did you just call him a dingus?
She always does.
Okay.
Taylor's thing is dingus at the back.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Now, what else do we know?
We know that 8 is
We know I somehow need negative 8 x's, yes? And we need 7 positive little guys, right?
Yeah.
But they both have to fit into this rectangle, don't they? So 7 only splits up in 2 ways it can be put in a rectangle, doesn't it? What are they? 3 and 4 in a rectangle? If
1 and 7.
1 and 7. Thank you, Lauren. You saved me having to draw it. But it has to be 1 and 7, doesn't it?
It does.
So either it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Agreed?
Yes.
Now, you guys are smart kids. If I have this rectangle, a rectangle has to have these holes filled, yes? Here is the 1, right? Okay, and there's how many of them? There's 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What goes here? It's 1 wide, but how long? It's X long, isn't it? How long is this one? X. That will get me 7 of them, yes? Is my rectangle full? No, what's missing? This guy right here, yeah? Now, do I have a rectangle? Do I have a rectangle? So there's my product, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my 8 x's. But what's weird about it? What's weird about it?
Negative.
Needs to be negative. So all those x bars have to be what?
Black.
Shaded in, yes?
Yeah.
Now, if they are all shaded in, what does that make? And these guys are not shaded in because they had to be positive. So what do I know about all these guys on the outside? They got to be negative. Yes? So, we also know that the factors live on the outside, yes? So what is this as a factor? X minus 1. What is this as a factor? X minus 7. Yeah? So how would I write this algebraically? X minus 7 is one factor. X minus 1 is the other factor. And what's my product?
X plus 7.
Everybody good?
Gouda,
Gouda, great. Now, what do I have here? Factors or a product? Factors. Excellent. If we were doing this properly, and when I say properly, I mean actually showing double distribution, we would write it out as follows. X squared plus 6x plus 4x plus 24, yes? Then we would collect our like terms and get what? Now, all of you have already known this, but just to remind you, what do you notice about that, and that? They add to each other. What do you notice about that, and that? They multiply to each other. So, what we drew is what is actually happening. What we did here is how we do that without drawing it. Is everybody cool? What I am trying to say is this. If you have this form, and you wish to factor it, you will get x plus m and x plus n. And what do you know about m and n? M plus n equals what? B. M times n equals what? C.
I see now.
You are the best student today.
Did you hear my fun?
No.
My fun was really good.
What was it?
When you were like, okay, I have 8 X's here. What's weird about that? I was like, that you have 8 X's in one place.
You think that's weird? You don't think there's been 8 women that have wanted to date me? Actually, you know what's funny? I don't have 8 X's. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
It'd be sad if you had both 4 X's at this age.
4.
It's not bad.
When I was your people's age, I had none.
Just dating somebody in preschool count?
I had none when I was your guys' age. By the end of grade 10, I had 1.
So there's hope for me.
Hope for me to get in a relationship and then be hurt. Yes! I can't wait. What?
Didn't do this.
Huh? I moved away. So,
Star-crossed lovers, what it meant to be.
woo! I missed one. 5. 5.
Well, even if I moved away, it wouldn't.
It was another move away situation. She moved away to Australia. I lie. Europe first.
Wake up call, Mr. Meyer.
Yeah. All right. So,
Mr. Myers, you know what makes it have any sense to me? They say factor, but it's spelled factor.
yeah.
My name is Taylor, but it's spelled Taylor.
Your name is Am Suman, but it's pronounced Am Schumann. My name is Matt Hugh, but it's pronounced Matthew. So of course, in this case, I know that it is going to end up being x plus m and x plus n. And I know that those numbers have to do two things. Those numbers have to add to 7, and they have to multiply to negative 18. So what I need to do with this is I say to myself, I need a pair of numbers that multiply to negative 18. Now, some of you aren't so hot with your times tables, so this may take a bit of practice. If you're hot with your times tables, it's not a problem. But if you're crappy with your times tables, all you got to do is this. Will 1 and 18 in any way get together to make 7? No. Will 2 and 9?
Yes.
How? 9 and minus 2, right?
Yeah.
So x minus 2, x plus 9.
Yeah.
And then we check. X times x, x squared. 9x minus 2x, 7x. 2 times 9, negative 18, done like dinner. Got it?
Yeah.
What's this one? I have to multiply to what?
Multiply to 8.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I have to multiply to what? Negative 8 and add to what? What is it? It's 2 and negative 4. So it is x plus 2, x minus 4. I know you did this last year because I taught it to you.
These are fun because it's like problem solving.
What's this one?
It has to multiply to 35 and then add to negative 12.
And what is it?
You get negative 7.
X minus 7, x minus 5.
Yeah, sure, you betcha. You guys do D. What do I got to multiply to? What do I got to add to? Multiply to negative 20, add to 12. What is it? Laying down a fat beat.
You're a sick beatboxer.
What is it? This should not take this long.
It should be 10 and 2, but then I can't think about there'd be no way to.
All right. Glad somebody is saying that. You can't do it. You can't. You say to yourself, self, it's 10 and 2. But it would have to be 10 and negative 2, right?
Yeah, and then it would be 12.
And then you wouldn't get 12.
But if it was plus 12a plus 20, then you could do it.
Then you could do it,
So you
but it's
assume
not.
it's
So
mistake and-
this is not factorable.
Oh man, it's not desirable.
You have to know when you can do math. Is that knowledge is just as important as how to do math. All right, back to one you can do easily. What is E?
So
Multiply negative 4. Add to negative 4.
What is it?
Negative 7.
negative 7 and positive 2.
Now, does it matter if I change this order?
No.
Is that okay?
That's a to the okay.
That is absolutely. Can I change this order? Is that okay?
No.
No.
Because he changed the negative to positive. Oh, okay.
Everybody cool?
Yeah.
All right. What's different about F? What don't we like?
It has a coefficient.
It has a coefficient. We don't know what to do with coefficients. So what do?
What we always do.
What we always do. We always try GCF first. What is it?
4.
4, leaving what inside there?
I was looking at the wrong
14. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't we just factor that?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's almost like I planned it.
Oh my goodness. It's like
4.
you this.
It's almost like what?
Okay? The point is I'm trying to make here is that you cannot forget about that 4. Because at the end of it all, you have to be able to distribute this out to get back to that. Because factoring is the reverse of expansion. Okay? Okay. So what are you doing with G? Simplify away. What's coming out? 10. What's staying in? X squared plus 8x plus 12. What is it?
10, x plus 2, and x plus 6.
Sweet. What's different about H? Has a negative. We don't like that negative 4 there, so how do we get rid of it? We divide out negative 4. Negative 4 goes out front. What happens now?
T squared
Plus 14.
whatever that is.
Or minus
Negative.
So what is it?
4 and
8 minus 4.
Okay, we'll wait and say it.
Okay. What's different about I?
I don't know.
Oh, it's backwards.
Okay. So you want to do what with it? What are you allowed to do?
Okay, so you could, if you keep the signs the same, you can do negative d squared minus 5d minus 24.
Because you want
Do we like
both
that?
exponents on the front.
The negative.
So we're going to take out the negative, giving us what?
d squared plus 5d plus 24.
Great. Can you factor it?
No,
Why?
Because
there's no...
there's no
Yeah.
3 and 8.
Yeah, no, but there's plus. It's plus. You can't...
Good man. So what is the only factoring we were able to do here?
I got very confused.
We were only able to GCF it. But this is one of those weird ones, right? Because negative 1 isn't really the greatest common factor, is it?
No.
But it is a common factor. That's one of those weird rules. We like this to be positive.
But, wait.
We're waiting.
Oh, okay, I see that. I see why. There you go. I see it.
All right. Look at J. What's different?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
There's another one in there.
There's a
If-
second variable.
If that B wasn't there, could you factor that?
Yes.
What would it be? V
It's v plus
Plus 20 minus
5
and V minus 1, yes? But there is a B there. If V and V gets me V squared, what do I need here? B and B. And I'm covered.
Smart.
Nice.
Harvard says that all the time in English. It's funny.
Because it's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is brilliant. Now, is everybody okay with J?
Yes.
Great. Take what you learned from J and apply it to K.
X plus 14y, x minus 2.
Yep.
Yay!
Yay!
What's weird in L?
Well, we got
can
one
take B
and
out.
20.
You can take B out. Why?
Because it's common factor.
Common. How many of them?
One.
One.
No.
Factor it.
Oh,
Are you okay?
Not really.
A. Oh, wait.
Right? Which one has to be... If this is negative, which one has to be negative? The bigger one or the smaller one? Bigger one. Minus 5.
5.
A plus 4. What did I forget?
the B.
The B's, because
Got the B.
I need it squared. Now again, you guys are smart kids. What's different in M?
It has a power of 4.
It has
It has x to the fourth. Now you know that x and x makes x squared, so what makes x to the fourth?
X squared and x squared.
X squared and x squared. Does anything else change?
No.
No. What do I need? Numbers that multiply to what?
10 and 5 minus 10 minus 5.
Minus 10 minus 5. No.
No.
Because the last number doesn't have an x on it.
The last number doesn't have the letter. Yeah? All right. Now something weird happens in n. What is it?
0x.
So I need numbers that multiply to what?
Multiply to 9.
Negative 9 and add to?
0.
What are they?
5 and 4. Or no,
Negative
not
3
5.
and 3.
I was thinking
Nothing.
X plus 3,
Oh,
x minus 3.
5 and 4 is 1.
actually, that was.
What happens in O?
Oh no.
If they're both negatives, so
Oh,
you do x minus 25 and x plus 25.
Now, all of you should have noticed something about that term, that term, that term, and that term, that term, and that term. They're all perfect squares. That term, that term, that term, that term, that term, that term. All perfect squares. Okay,
It works out.
that term, that term.
No,
Perfect squares.
so
X plus 4, x plus 4. Without even thinking about it. How does it work?
what? 4 plus 4 is 8.
You can write it as x plus 4 squared.
Thank you. That was where we were going next. Is that as simply as we can write it?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah? Now listen to me. You guys don't normally need a lot of this type of reassurance. Mr. Myers, when are we going to use this in real life? Because you are going to be getting your way into very high-level math where you won't use it in real life. The math you are going to start doing is being used to explain real life. Okay? I know how to walk. Can I explain to you how I walk? No, because it has to do with my semicircular canals, my vision, my brain, the muscles in my legs, my arms, my hips, all that. Do I need to understand it to walk? No. This stuff has its uses, but its uses are to make the math that explains why light can't get out of a black hole. It uses this to explain that. Right? Now, it is 150. You guys need to do page 160. Now, go.
May I please go to the washroom?
Yes, I am not going to give you a time limit, but I'm telling you right now, there may be a time limit. So, should you mess around?
No, you should go.
No. I am not telling you the time limit, but there is one. So how quickly should you be working? Very. Nothing. Chances are. I didn't hear. He looks like he's going to cry. There's a roll of paper towel behind Sam. You have two mathematical tools. You're a mathematical tool. You have two mathematical tools at your disposal. When we finish this page, I have a test to give back to you and to discuss.
Oh.
I will discuss it with no disgust whatsoever. No big deal. I know. Because we're about to show the right answers to this.
It's just this page, right? Just this page.
That's what I said. Page 160. Oh. Two Sundays ago, the Sunday night hockey I played, the ice guy kicked us off at 10:30, which is when he's supposed to kick us off.
Yeah.
So last Monday I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Cool.
Last night the guy didn't kick us off. And we played till like 11:45. And I'm the goalie, so I can't leave or it ruins it for everybody else. So now I'm tired.
That's what you should do because it's fun.
I'm not a meanie.
Kayla is.
So I've been told. All right. I'll BRB, and then we're going to mark this. You have until I get back from peeing. Huh? Is it?
No, because we're allowed
Is it?
to discuss.
It does say assignment.
Oh no.
I don't know.
But so did the other.
Is making it from right to make it gonna try?
I don't know. Gambling.
Oh, Taylor, you missed it.
What did I miss?
So Mr. Myers told this joke, right? Taylor.
It's recording. It's recording.
He knows it's recording.
Hey guys, so
This
like
is
and subscribe, comment down below your favorite color. Make sure to tune in next week
Turn
with
on
another.
post notifications.
Turn on post notifications.
Just click that little bell. That's post notification.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Kayla Bringster. Follow me on Snapchat at Kayla Bringster. KayliBrinKstr. Make sure to tune in next week for the new episode. We've got a special surprise in, and if you wait till the end of the video, I'm doing a giveaway.
I was just about to say a free giveaway. Dang it! Is he coming back? No. What else? What else can we say? Also, did you mention the special guest?
Oh, I got a special guest coming into my
We got a
video.
special guest
It's your
coming into the
boy.
video. It's your boy.
It's your boy M. Schumann. Yeah.
Your boy M. Schumann. Okay, so thank you M. Schumann for coming today.
What's good, y'all?
Pre-order my book.
Oh, make sure you pre-order my book and download my newest song on iTunes.
Okay, so this one is
It was all recorded.
That's what we did. We
Okay.
talked it.
All right.
Oh, Taylor. So Mr. Myers told this funny joke, and then everyone started laughing. Like, what was it? What did you say? And he's like, go honey. And then I'm like, I probably wouldn't get it. And he's like, Kayla's like, just like gross.
Okay, that should be enough time, yeah?
Oh, it's so hard.
And if it isn't, say so.
No, it isn't. It's like 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes?
I said few.
Holy man.
I could do it.
This page should take 1 minute.
We were too busy plugging our Snapchat.
It's tough. It takes a long time to compose a Snapchat or a tweet, all 192 characters of it.
Oh yeah, it's 192 now, isn't it?
I believe it is.
No, they changed.
Yes, they just recently upped it. I think they upped it to 192. I wouldn't know because I don't tweet. Because anybody that needs to hear what I have to say will hear it. And everybody else I don't care about. Hey, what's the first one? A. A squared minus X. Excellent. Who's doing the next one?
9.
Hit me, Leighton.
9 times d squared plus 3.
D squared plus 3. Who's doing 3?
Me.
Hit me, Amshaman.
Okay. 5x cubed bracket 2 minus 5xy.
Lovely. Who's doing 4?
Me.
No, you just had a turn.
I'll do it.
Hit me, Sarah.
3x.
3x.
9x squared, take away 16.
Excellent. I want you to put a highlight or a Mrs. Bad Crumble cloud or something around that. We're coming back to it later. What's this one?
Can I do it?
Sure, Taylor.
Okay, so x plus 4, and then x plus 16.
Nice. Well played. Who's doing 6?
I'll do it.
Go.
X minus 4, and then x minus 5.
Oh, I didn't fool anybody by changing the order. No, I didn't. I better not have. What about this one?
I'll do it.
Kayla, hit me.
Parentheses 8 minus 8. X minus 8. I can spell it. And then another one the exact same.
What about 8?
Brackets.
Who's doing 8?
That's me.
X cubed.
Plus 12.
Yes.
X cubed.
Correct. And then x cubed minus.
Yes.
Excellent. Who's doing 9?
X minus 9, x plus minus x minus 9, x minus 2.
Why is there a turkey here? Who's doing 10?
2 outside the box, and then
I forgot that.
1.
1 x plus 13.
What did you say?
Yes.
Lovely. Who's doing that one?
More because I
X squared plus 5, x squared minus 2.
Steak. Thanks. Straw.
And this one.
A minus 6b squared.
A minus 6b squared. Hot.
9 plus.
Well done. Everyone can factor, yeah? Yeah, sure, you betcha.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen to me. This is not the end of factoring. Okay? There's 2 more things I'm going to show you this year that are going to lead directly into another bunch of stuff next year. All right? I am not doing that thing whereby you learn something and then 6 years later you learn more of it. Because there isn't 6 years later of math for most of you anymore. Okay? All right?
Hey,
Gouda? Great.
Can we go back to number 4?
yeah, the one
Uh,
by Crumble with the highlight.
Because.
oh, yeah. No. We're coming back to that later. Well, no, we could look at it right now. You guys should be able to figure it out. Okay, what?
9x squared can be simplified to be 3x times 3x minus 4 bracket 3x plus 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Because hopefully you noticed squared. Just like squared. Right? Excellent. All right.